Guys, what a blockbuster Sunday it was. Arsenal drawing with Manchester City at home at the Emirates. One of the biggest match of the season so far, I think, in the Premier League. And then, of course, my personal team, Barcelona, winning 3-0 versus Getafe. A beautiful display of Hansi Flick football, attacking football, and the result being 3-0, winning, taking all 3 points, second in the table in the La Liga right now. But what a beautiful football we watched yesterday. Like Barcelona, when they really play the best football ever. But we'll talk about that later in the video, so stay tuned. But first, we're going to talk about Arsenal and Manchester City. But before we talk about that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and now let's get started. So guys, Arsenal and Manchester City, I have to say, first of all, the first point that comes in mind is that Arsenal deserved to win this match. That's the first point. Arsenal deserved to win this match. And I'm not joking when I say that. If you watch the match, you'll say that, Arsenal actually deserved to win the match. Because in the first minute, in the first 10 minutes, that's when Haaland scored in the 9th minute from that beautiful assist from Reinders. And then Haaland, the quality that he has, I mean, he just put it in the net with his right foot. He's a left-footed monster, but he put it in with his right foot, in an angle that's so compact, and then he puts it in. The quality that this guy has, I can't deny, bro. I can't deny the quality that Haaland has. I just have to agree that he's the best striker in the Premier League. So he puts it in. But after this, guys, it was only Arsenal playing football throughout the whole game. Can you believe that? That after Haaland scored in the first 10 minutes, after that, Arsenal were balling. Arsenal were creating chance after chance after chance, keeping possession, throwing passes over here and over there, doing everything they can to get back in the game. But they just fell short. They just fell short yesterday. They needed to win this game. Not to draw this game in the last minute with that flick from Gabriel Martinelli. No, they needed to win this game. Okay, if you look at the stats of this game, you'll see that Arsenal had a possession of 67. Manchester City had a possession of 33. Guys, if you don't know, this possession, 33, is the lowest ever possession recorded from Manchester City since Pep Guardiola joined the club as a manager. Since Pep Guardiola came to Manchester City as a manager, and all the games that he played with Manchester City, this is the lowest ever possession recorded. Can you believe that? And this happened yesterday versus Arsenal at the Emirates. Mikel Arteta, the student of Pep Guardiola, made him record his lowest ever possession in the Premier League, or I think in his entire managerial career in Manchester City. This is bonkers, bro. This is bonkers. 33 possession. I think that this has never happened because Manchester City, as I know, is a team that will keep possession, as I know. But yesterday, guys, I was seeing Manchester City because after that, they scored the first goal. They were kind of parking the bus. They were parking the bus. I never see Manchester City playing defensive football. They were parking the bus. They were allowing Arsenal to have possession. They were allowing them to do everything because they know that if we start to play football like we normally do, they're going to grab possession from us and then they're going to attack. So they just play defensive. Can you believe that? Manchester City playing defensive football. Of course, they had their injuries. They have many injuries in their squad. Omar Marmoush, a lot of players. But still, Manchester City playing like that. I never seen that, guys. And then, of course, Arsenal had 12 shots, 3 on target. Manchester City had 5 shots, 3 on target. So you can see how Arsenal dominated, and they actually deserve to win this match. But guys, having a possession of 33 and then parking the bus, playing defensive football after just winning 1 goal is something that is kind of going off track with Manchester City. Because we know Manchester City as a team that's going to dominate you. They're going to score more, but they didn't. They scored 1, and then they started to park the bus. I said, what the heck is going on? It's incredible. Now I don't know why that, but maybe it's the tactics of Guardiola that he did not want to do all that which he normally does. Okay, maybe I don't know, guys. I don't know. But we need to talk about Arsenal squad that started yesterday. I think that, guys, if Arsenal could have made better decisions in the first 11, they could have gotten a way better result than 1-1. Okay? First of all, Trossard. Why are you playing Trossard when you have Ebreze, you have Martinelli? Why are you playing Trossard in that position? I am pretty sure that if Ebreze played in that position, he was completely fit, he didn't have a single injury in his body. Why are you not playing him in that position? Play Ebreze. And on this side, Madueke. Why are we playing Madueke? Play Bukayo Saka. He was available yesterday. They could have played Bukayo Saka on this side, Ebreze on this side. It could have been a very different game. Very different game. Two quality players. But yeah, I mean, the result was, of course, 1-1. But you know what? Let's talk about Victor Gyökeres now, because this is a huge problem that I'm seeing so far in Arsenal. Gyökeres has scored like 3 goals for Arsenal so far, as I know, in the Premier League. But the guy, I think that there's a lot of things going on there, which I don't understand. That is it Gyökeres who is not suitable in the Premier League, like, because he came from the Portuguese league Sporting, okay? So is the Premier League not for Gyökeres, or are the tactics of Arsenal's manager Arteta the ones that are limiting Gyökeres to perform at his best? Because yesterday, guys, Gyökeres did not have a single shot. He did not have a single shot. Can you believe that? In fact, he did not even have that many touches. The ball doesn't even reach the guy. Does not even reach the guy. So I don't know if it's Gyökeres himself does not suit the Premier League. Is it too hard for him? Is it too, athletic for him? Is it too fast for him? Or is it Arsenal manager Arteta, who hasn't had a striker for like so many seasons now, that he is not adaptable to using a striker in the squad? Like, I don't know what's the problem. Okay? But Gyökeres, like, the performance, he has scored goals, of course. He has scored 3 goals, but it's not enough to convince someone that he's a top striker. Because you need to perform in these big matches. The first match versus Man United, he did nothing. This match versus Manchester City, he did nothing. So even the game versus Liverpool, he did nothing. 3 big matches so far, he did nothing. So I don't know what's the problem. But the thing is that if Arsenal actually start to implement, because they don't know how to use a striker, if they start to use the striker, I think that the game will change for Arsenal. I think that it will change. And of course, there was also Odegaard, who was not present yesterday due to injury. But if he was there, because in picking up those balls and giving them to the wingers running forward and all that all is done by Martin Odegaard. He was absent yesterday. So Arsenal did make a lot of mistakes in the first 11, in my opinion. But anyways, the game ended 1-1. It was a beautiful game, by the way. Arsenal dominating possession like that. 33 possession of Manchester City, the lowest ever since Pep Guardiola managed the club. Like, it was incredible. But now, guys, coming to the Barcelona versus Getafe match. Bro, Barcelona is proving once again that Hansi Flick ball is the best ball you'll ever see in football right now. Guys, look at the football that was put yesterday. And the football that was put the match before that, the 6-0 win versus Valencia, and even in the Newcastle match at the St. James Park. Beautiful football. Like, football cannot get better than that. I promise you, it can never get better than that. The way that Barcelona play football, keeping possession, throwing passes over here, over there, Pedri controlling the midfield, like, it's so beautiful to watch football like that. If you watch Barcelona football, you'll think that, can football actually be played like this? You're gonna start to think that way. We see a lot of football matches, but can football actually be played like this? You're gonna start to think, and yes, it can. When it comes to Barcelona, we are second in the league right now, but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna win the league this time. Okay, we haven't lost a single game yet. We have only draw once versus Rayo Vallecano, which was a very big game, to be honest. Like, it was the toughest game so far this season. Okay, but you know what? I want to give one credit to the guy who actually allows Barcelona to have all these clean sheets. We have like 4 to 5, I don't know how many clean sheets so far, but all those clean sheets, all the credit goes to Joan Garcia. Guys, the keeper is a monster when it comes to the goal, post. Okay, imagine there are situations where you think that the opponent is definitely gonna score, and then you see Joan Garcia put a hand in there. Like, it's beautiful to watch. The match versus Rayo Vallecano away, okay, in the La Liga, I'm pretty sure that if he was not on goal, we could have lost that match 100%, because Rayo Vallecano were playing football, and if he was not there, we could have lost that match 100%. The match versus Newcastle, we could have lost that match if he was not there. So I'm not saying that Ter Stegen is a bad goalkeeper, but he is a better goalkeeper in my opinion so far, what I have seen, because all those clean sheets that he's kept so far, like 4 clean sheets so far this season. It's amazing to see. It's amazing. He's a top-class goalkeeper. We have to give credit to Joan Garcia in the goal post. We just have to. But, of course, apart from that, yesterday's game, guys, Barcelona keeping a possession of 71 and Getafe of 29. Barcelona putting 17 shots, 7 on target. And Getafe putting 2 on target. Of course, 2 on target, all saved by Joan Garcia. This is what I'm talking about. And then after that, the vents. Ferran Torres in the 15th minute, a beautiful assist from Dani Olmo. And then Ferran Torres, of course, a very underrated baller, in my opinion. Scored 2 goals yesterday. The second one in the 34th minute, an assist from Rafinha. And then, of course, Dani Olmo in the 62nd minute, a beautiful assist from Marcus Rashford. That run from Marcus Rashford, that pace from him, it was incredible. Like, I thought that he's not going to get there, but then he got there, and then he actually put the ball in the box because he knew that he can't shoot from that from there, of course. He's not going to score from that angle. So he just put inside the box, and then Dani Olmo behind one player of Barcelona, which I think it was Garcia or someone. But yeah, I mean, he just puts it in, and then Dani Olmo burrs it inside. Barcelona could have scored more yesterday, in my opinion. But 3 was the last goal in the yesterday's game. But guys, all I want to say with Barcelona is that Barcelona, the way that they play football is truly amazing. Like, it's so amazing to watch Barcelona. And this whole thing was without Lamine Yamal. Like, can you believe it? Imagine if Lamine Yamal is in there dribbling past defenders, putting a cross. Like, it would be a completely different game. And even if you look at the defense, there was Christensen and then Garcia in the center back positions, and still we won 3-0. And of course, the high line was there. Now, the high line, there are a couple of teams who have actually learned how to beat the high line, but not too much, because the thing with Barcelona is that even if someone puts a long ball in, defeating the high line, the goalkeeper comes forward and then he just, puts a shot away or whatever. So that's the way that Barcelona play these days. But beautiful football, guys. But now the mission is to go on top of the league and win the league this time, just like we did last season. But anyways, guys, Manchester City drawing at the Emirates versus Arsenal, 1-1, and Barcelona winning 3-0 versus Getafe at home. That is it for today, a Blockbuster Sunday. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.